The Premier League returns with a bang as Forest draw 1 apiece with Chelsea. And talk about a game of two halves. Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are, whatever time of day you're watching this. Hope you're having a wonderful New Year's Day, and what a game we had the privilege of watching today. It's like so a game of two halves. There's no other way to describe it. At halftime, Forest looked like they had no identity, no idea how to pass the ball from one player to another. And in the second half, we looked like a Premier League team, a team that had some cohesion, a team that had some identity, and a team that knew how to progress the ball forward. It was such a pleasure to watch, and it gives me so much hope looking ahead to, well, we've got Southampton next. The big difference for me, the big change that happened was that Awoniyi in the second half went up front, and we had that focal point. Why he started on the left wing is beyond me, but it happened. We got to credit Cooper for moving him back into the middle, and then he just unleashed, didn't he? He became the player that we hope he can be in terms of the hold-up play, in terms of getting shots in at goal and everything else. More importantly than that, we saw Freuler moving forward up the pitch and starting to conduct. Finally, he found his little conducting stick and was... While the handbrake was removed off him, up the pitch he went, and we were able to see him progress and start controlling the game. That Chelsea team, I'm sorry to say, well, I'm not sorry to say, there was nothing about them that scared me. I looked at the team sheet before the match. I was like, they're playing a false nine as well. I'm sure the Chelsea fans are feeling our woes. But on the pitch, they didn't offer much, and they scored a complete fluke goal. They really did. Yes, we could have reacted better to it. But really, my point here is just imagine we played the first half as we did the second half, how different the scoreline would have been. And I hope that now gives the players the belief to understand that they are a good team. There are good players in that team, and we belong comfortably in this Premier League. If we carry on the way we played in that second half, then I have no worries about what's going to happen. If we play like we played in the first half, then I have some serious concerns and serious worries about what goes forward. But we are here today, as always, to judge the performances. And I actually think we're going to enjoy these player ratings. So if you are a member, start thinking about your scores. Start thinking about who man of the match is going to be, and start getting those names into the chat. If you want to become a member and have your comment shouted out, excuse me, as I burp disgustingly, then please hit that join button either by pressing the $ in the chat or hitting on the link down below, the big join button. You can't miss it. All right, let's get started. But before we do, guys, thank you for the support. Let's get some likes on this video. We're on 10 likes and we've got over 100 people in here. Please hit that like button. Stoney, I'm looking your way. You always forget. Subscribe if you are new. Thank you for the amazing support in the watch along. And what a game it was. And as I mentioned, please become a member. Okay, let's get the player ratings screen up. How beautiful does that look? That scoreline, Forest scoring, is always a joy to me. But Forest performing the way they did in the second half was just as immense. And we're going to start today by talking about Henderson and how much better Henderson is than Hennessy. To be honest, I'll be honest with you guys, Henderson didn't have much to do today. I think he froze a little, didn't react quickly when the ball came off the crossbar with Boly's goddamn scorpion kick. But overall, I was very happy to see Big Dino Hendo back between the sticks, and I think he was absolutely fantastic. I honestly can't remember a clear-cut chance that he had. So for me, he's made a solid performance. Didn't do anything wrong. Can you maybe notch him down a bit? It's a bit harsh to notch him down for the goal. There's not too much he could have done there. So I think we're going to go for a nice safe with Dino Henderson. We're going to give him a, drum roll, please, while I find the right buttons on here. I think a nice safe 7. And 7 is a really good score because he didn't have much to do for me. I really do feel Like, he was well within his element. And it's good to have him back. So what we'll do as well, because I know a lot of you guys do ask for it, is some of you are joining late and you want to know what we've rated players as. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring those up for you on the pitch as well. So boom, there he is, 7 for Henderson. Quick shout out to the members. Let's see what they've gone for. Brilly's giving him a 5. James giving him a 7. Peter's giving him an 8.9. Omai's giving him an 8. Ryu's giving him a 7. Stoney's saying I was playing blood something or other for not liking. He's like, no, thank you, matey. Phil's giving Hendo had nothing to do second half. Again, 6.5 untested. And Stoney's giving him a 2, 4, 6, 7 out of 10. Dino giving him a 6.5. Really bad for the goal. Just watched it. I haven't seen anything back yet, so maybe I'm being a bit too generous with him. But I don't care, man. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. All right, let's move on. But before we do, we've got to thank Henny. Henny, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Marcus as well, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to Forest Fan TV, your only place on YouTube for your complete Nottingham Forest experience. This is made by fans for the fans, and that's how it will always remain. Okay, let's move on and let's start, as always, with our right back. And what a right back, boys and girls, he is. I mean, I thought he was little bit shaky in the first half by his standards, may I add. But Serge Aurier, yeah, I've forgotten how to read, so I'm just like, wow, guys, let it sink in. Chelsea, who've recently won the Champions League. Chelsea, who've recently won Premier Leagues. Chelsea, not the World Cup. What's the competition called? They're the World Club champions of the world. Yeah. And they couldn't beat us at the City Ground. Oh, the cockiness is coming back. The cockiness is coming back. Look, Serge Aurier, for me, is probably, I'm going to say, the best signing we've had this season. I need to sneeze again. Awkward. Let me mute. Hopefully it's just one sneeze. I just want to thank him for joining us. I want to thank him for, being Serge. He surged us towards that point today. Bad joke, I know. But the way he took the goal, some of our attackers can't chest it down like that and finish it. He's unbelievably good, isn't he, guys? He's unbelievably good. And he's part of the reason that the performance was so strong in the second half. Let's just give him a big score. Like, we're not going to go too crazy. This isn't going to be Liverpool 2.0 in terms of how we're going to score things, but we are going to go quite high with him. I'm going to give him a 9. I just love the guy. I think he's fan-freaking-tastic. Please don't forget to like. We got 150 of you guys in here and 26 likes, you lazy gits. If you think Serge Aurier was your man of the match, let me know by hitting the like button. We will, of course, be covering man of the match at the end here. Let's have a quick few shout outs of the scores. Omai's giving Big Serge a 9, 9 from Reese, 9 from Wake Up, 10 from Turbocharge, 8 from Miski, 8 from Ryu, 9 from Hey Echo. Oh God, Stoney's making me count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 from him, 9 from James. I think 9 is pretty much the flavor of the day for Serge. Phil giving him a 9. Dina giving him a 9. We got Pete giving him a 9. We've got Miski saying 8 is too harsh. He's gone up to 9. Sorry. Southpaw Red saying Serge, the experience of playing at top level football. He's giving him an 8. Stefan a 9. Townsend saying, I swear Forest are going to give me a heart attack. First half pounds, second half electric. Game of 2 halves, my friend. Game of 2 halves. James giving him an 8. Townsend giving him an 8. Forest on top. How are you, matey? Giving him a 9. And Brindley is giving him a 9. Culler's saying there's nothing wrong with the way we played in the first half. We need to keep it tight before the latter stages and stay in the game. I disagree. That Chelsea team was there for the taking, but we will take a point out of that fixture every day of the week. I just think we need to believe and understand that our team is actually good. And if we play football, we're amazing. So a 9 for Big Surge. Let's move on to Worrall. Worrall. He got a semi-assist, didn't he, on the goal? He headed it up into the air before Boly then headed it down, if I'm getting my players correct. They weren't really tested, to be honest. They weren't really tested. Taylor is saying, Wolverine, fair play to you guys today. You should have won 3-1 or 2-1. I do think we were the better team, but I think most Forest fans will agree. We're happy to take a point there. I don't know, man. I still have very serious concerns about our centre backs. I'm not gonna hide it. Both of them at times scared me. Boly scared me a lot today. Worrall scared me a couple of times. I just don't think the pace is fantastic for him. Pretty solid. Did he do anything for the goal? He kind of went out wide to try and block the cross, didn't really block it. In it came, and then Bollywood does his thing, don't he? I don't know. I'm in a good mood. I think I'm going to give him a... I honestly don't know. I'm like, as I'm talking, I'm thinking back, trying to think if there's anything good, bad, or otherwise. I think we're just going to give him a good, solid, average performance of a 6. I'm going to give him a 6, I think. What are you guys saying? Adam's giving Worrall a 7. Omar's giving him a 7.5. Townsend giving him a 6. Stefan a 7. Phil giving him a 5. Miski a 6. Dino 6.5. Peter 7. 6 from Southpaw. Icy saying solid centre backs today. Boly Musa. Hayako giving him a 7. Miski saying we have the worst defense in the league, so why do we play such defensive football? We should go for it every game. Yeah, Kevin Keegan style, innit? Few 6s and 7s in the chat. I think if I was averaging it out in very quick maths, it would be like a 6.5 across us. And Stoney's giving him a 6 out of 10 as well. So for those of you joining late, let's get the scores up on the board so you don't miss them. That's going to do my OCD and they're not in line, but we will live with it as we are live. All right, let's move on to Boly. Boly for me was... I get what Rads has been saying. And by the way, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Rads. Boly is a warrior, isn't he? He's like, when he gets the ball, you're kind of not sure what's going to happen. It's going to be either something amazing or something, you know, butt clenching. There's like no in between at the moment with him. Where is he? There he is. I don't know, man. I was like, that scorpion kick was stupid. I don't know why he did it. We got to definitely mark him down for that. But outside of that, he can really dominate people. You know, I mean, he's huge, man. He's absolutely huge. He did get the assist. Oh, this is an awkward one, isn't it? It's an awkward one. Do we just match him up? Maybe I'm just going to match him up with Worrall. His badness was cancelled out by his goodness. And I think a 6 is quite fair for him. So let's go with a 6 for Bollywood. Let's bring that up as a 6. And let me know if you guys like this like backup thing here on the middle, so you guys don't miss if you're coming in late. I know a few of you have asked for it. So you ask, we deliver. All right, what are you guys saying here? Townsend saying Boly upset me today, so we'll say 6. 6 from Peter as well. Nick Nicholson saying a 6. I saying made some good tackles, giving him a 7. Miski saying got an assist for the first goal, poor, a 6. Dino's giving him a 7. Couldn't really do anything in the goal, in my opinion. I don't know if he needed to have got involved, man. I know it was a bit reflexy. Hayako saying 7. Southpaw 6.5. 6 from Stoney. 6.5 from Phil. 7 from Brinley. Bobby's saying I'm late, Surgeon 9, can't throw in. Get it in there, mate. Get it in there. So you will benefit from seeing the scores up there. See, we cater for everyone here on Forest Fan TV. Please do hit the likes. We're 5 away from 50 likes with over 160 of you in here. And please don't forget to subscribe. Bobby's saying 7 for Worrall. He is really playing catch up, and a 5 for Boly. If you want your scores read out, just hit that join button. It's only 99p and we'll read your scores out because we want to know what you think. And don't forget, members, if you haven't seen the goals already, they're on the community page. So go ahead and go and look at those. As we bring on Lodi. Oh, Lodi's going to be an interesting one. He's always controversial when I bring him up. I thought he was good today. Hold on, let's do this properly and professionally. Let's bring up Lodi. I really like him going forward. I think he's magical going forward. I think he's really good going forward. And I think that second half, him and Serge Aurier were pinning back the Chelsea defense. And that was really helping us push up the pitch. This is where we need to see Lodi and Aurier in the positions they played in the second half. How am I saying I'm always harsh on Boly? I don't know if most people would agree with you, mate. I think I was quite fair on him. 1 mistake, 1 assist, bit wobbly. But 6 is fair. But it's his opinions, man. You give yours, I'll give mine. But yeah, for Lodi, the first half wasn't good. But that's not really his strengths, is it? His strengths flying forward. What I want to see him cut down, I'm being harsh on a few. Like a 9 on Aurier is harsh. What do you want? Like an 11? My God. Anyway, for Lodi, he needs to cut down these slide tackles big time. Big time. It could have cost us in the last minute. He slid in very dangerously. In terms, I don't care if he injured the Chelsea player, just I was talking in terms of the position of where he did it on the pitch. So for me, I'm going to give Lodi, I think like a 7 for me. Overall, I like seeing him attacking. I think we get the best out of him when we go forward. And I think a 7 for Lodi is fair. Now you guys are probably going to tell me I'm too harsh or too generous. I can't please everyone, nor am I here to please anyone. I'm just here to give my opinions, and then you guys can argue about it all you want. Let's see what you guys are saying on the Lodmeister. Oh my, giving him a 7. Townsend giving him an 8. 7 from Peter and James. Stoney, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My God, Stoney. I do like that though. If you want to use your emojis, use them. Use the player emojis to count them up like Stoney does. Bobby giving Lodi a 7. 7 from Hey Echo. Southpaw saying 7.5. Decent game. Looks class going forward. He really does. Aspie was horrible. I'm just going to keep shouting out Tylator's comments. Tylator. I hope I'm saying that right. Aspie was pretty poo. Miski saying, Carlos, have you seen our goal difference? Obviously not working. I thought that was obvious. Southpaw saying needs to stay on his feet. Yep. Joker giving him an 8. Boly set the goal up, says Owen, an 8. 7.5 from Phil for Lodi. All right, so I'm pretty close to you guys on Lodi and Aurier. So you guys are obviously thinking I'm being harsh on Boly and Worrall. But I am looking at this, remembering the first half as well. Keith coming in late to the party, but I thought other than mistake, Boly was a 7. Yeah, I don't think I'm being harsh. I know Dino's saying it wasn't his fault, but that scorpion kick did end up costing that goal. And, you know, imagine he didn't do it. I think we would have won that game quite comfortably. But I am in such a good mood. I did enjoy that game. All right, let's move on to the midfield, and let's start with Mr. Ryan Yates. Ryan Yates, for me, drove the ball well in the first half. The one thing I'm noticing with Ryan Yates is he's not releasing the ball quick enough. He's getting forward, and he needs to lift his head up a bit earlier. He needs to play that ball forward. He did beef up with Zachariah, which was funny to see, but I didn't like the tackle he did on him. He kind of, you know, bear hugged him and brought him down. But apart from that, I thought the midfield 3 were pretty good, especially at the start of the second half. So probably not a man of the match performance from me from Ryan Yates, but did his job, did it well. And then maybe some chemistry forming in those 3. Do I want to see a bit more attack mindedness in that midfield? Probably I do. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I think I agree with Keith. He was, you know, huffing and puffing a bit, but I don't want him to become overused in the team. So for me, I think a good fair score for Yatesy, based on that performance, I'm going to go with a 7, I think, for Yates. I think 7, solid performance, did his job, needs to start releasing that ball a little bit quicker. Especially in the first half, I did notice that a bit more. All right, let's get him on the mini pitch as well for you latecomers or later comers than currently now. Hi to you guys if you are coming in late. We're at 54 likes, 200 of you in here. Please do hit that like, subscribe. And if you want your score read out, hit that member button. It's only 99p, less than a cup of tea. All right, Peter's giving him, oh God, Peter's got into the game as well. 2, 4, 6, 7. Townsend giving Yates a 7. Jack saying, I love the game, especially the second half. Gibbs shot. Oh, what a shot that was, man. What a goal that would have been. Keith saying, yeah, we've spoken about him being knackered. Bobby giving him a 6, saying champ quality. Phil saying Yates brave, a bit slow, but okay, risky 7. Miski giving him a 7. James saying championship level. I don't think he's championship level at all. Simon saying sorry late to Sky covered Forest for about 15 minutes, not used to it. You mean they actually spoke about Forest? It didn't all go on to Chelsea. My God. Keith giving him a 6. Oh, Mai's got into the game as well. 2, 4, 6, 7. 8 saying Joker. I don't know. I love his aggression, he says. Carl says evening all made me chuckle when Colback came on. Yeah, I may have lost the plot a little, Carl. I really did. I mean, what's O'Brien got to do? Stoney giving him a 2, 4, 6, 8 from Jack, and an 8 from Carl, and a 6.5 from Southpaw. I don't think we're a million miles off, and you guys saying I'm harsh on these players. I'm nothing but objective, to say the very least. Okay, let's move on to Freuler. I don't. If anyone scores Freuler low today, then it's your opinion, I guess. But whatever. I thought Freuler in that second half, when that handbrake that we've been asking to be dropped for the last 4 months finally got dropped, when we're saying he's not a deep lying central defensive midfielder, we saw him, as Awoniyi says, conducting away. And what a performance it was from him. I've got to move that Boly score across. I'm not changing it, but my OCD is hurting. Hold on. Hold your thought. Well, get your scores in, because my God, is my OCD kicking into full drive. That's there. I know it's only a minor adjustment, but we must remain professional on this. Oh my God, the Aurier one is too high. All right, forget it. Let's talk about the conductor. What a great player he is. And Cooper, if you're listening, thank you. Thank you for the second half for releasing him a bit. Just thank you, man. And hopefully you've seen what we've been screaming out for on this channel. From the moment we signed him, he needs to be higher up that pitch. And it was brilliant. I really thought that was one of his better second halves at least. Look, he wasn't even too bad in the defensive role in the first half. He was doing it okay, but we weren't getting the best out of him. We got the best out of him in the second half. Plays a lovely ball through into Awoniyi to create a chance early in that second half. And overall, we finally saw our midfield dictating the tempo of play in that second half. And that was so important to see. It gives you hope. It gives you happiness. It gives you the feeling that maybe we can go to Southampton and slap the crap out of them on Wednesday. And of course, we will have that watch along here for you. I'm going to give the conductor a good 8. I think he was really solid. So let's scroll up and see what you guys are saying. You are saying, guys, if I told you I need the loo again, would you believe me? It's just in my head, man. Rent free right now. Phil saying Freuler 8, so much better further forward. Couldn't agree more. Remember, we're only reading the members' scores out, so if you want your score shouted out, hit that join button. Awoniyi giving him an 8, Keith giving him an 8. There's a lot of 8s here. James saying Freuler was brilliant second half, 8. Ryu saying 8.5. Joker saying easy 8. What a player. Freuler a 9, a real pro from Bobby. Southpaw saying play the guy in the proper position and you'll see the difference, 7.5. Phil saying play consistent. Tim saying 8 from Freuler. Peter giving him an 8. Vic giving him an 8.5. Jack saying the River Trent is filling up with Chelsea fan tears. James giving him an 8. 9 from Carl for the conductor. Hey DJ, how are you, buddy? He's giving him a 7. And Simon saying most of what Freuler isn't obvious, but he's quality. He's giving him an 8. Very good performance from Freuler. And then Mangala. Look, out of the 3, I'd probably say Mangala was the quietest, if I'm being honest. I'm just quickly racking my brains back to remember if Mangala did or didn't do anything amazing. I don't think he did. He put a foot wrong, to be honest. Hold on. Let's again be professional. Let's get the picture up so that everyone knows who we are talking about. Come on. Come on. Where are you, Mangala? I definitely got it. There you go. There we go. So, yeah. So for me, out of the three, Mangala was probably the most quietest. Put your green screen in your bathroom, says James. But he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. And I still want to see him sitting deeper and clearing Freuler forward. So, was he as good as Freuler? No. I'm just gonna think aloud about how I'm gonna do this rating. Was he as good as Freuler? No. Did he play as well as Yates? I'd probably say Yates was better on the day. I'm gonna give him. I'd say Yates was better, so I think I'm gonna be harsh, and you guys are gonna say harsh. You're harsh on him. I can give him a solid 6 because I can't really remember too much about him. Is the actual honest reason. I know you look just like glancing down. You lot seem to be giving him a lot of 6s. All right, fine. I'll crack under the peer pressure. We'll go with the 7. We'll go with the 7. My gut feeling says 6. I'm going with my gut feeling. I've always promised honesty on this channel. I'm going to say 6. I'm going to say 6. Now I'm going to get accused of hating him. Fine. Go for it. Go for it. Anyway, 6 for him. 6, 8, 7 across the middle. What are you guys saying? Tim giving him a 6. Brindley saying Yates is the best of the 3 in my opinion. He plays with so much energy. Should be captain. Mangala 6 says Keith. 7.5 from Phil. Southpaw saying all we ask is some passion, commitment, above all pressing. We'll talk about the pressing in a minute. DJ saying Mangala got stuck in an 8. James saying Mangala worked really hard 7. Peter saying 7. Vic saying 7. Carl saying 7. Bobby giving him a 7. Simon giving him a 7. My God, there's a lot of 7. Southpaw 7. 6.5 from Joker. Phil saying we missed O'Brien. Keith saying gave him a 6 because of his talent, not at his best but still good. That's kind of my thought on it, Keith. I'll be honest with you. Gut or bladder feeling? Please stop talking about my bladder. I really do need the loo again. Mangala giving a 7 as well from Townsend, and Nick's giving him a 7. So you guys are definitely going to say I'm being harsh on him, but I don't care. All right, let's move into the front line and we'll talk about Jono. And I'm gonna call him out on this game. I thought he wasn't good. I think he needs to seriously think about how he's playing and the decision making he's doing within the game. We really should have been level. He needed to lift his head up and see that Awoniyi was free in the middle, and he just should have looked across. He shouldn't have shot. The angle was too tight. From that, yes, he scored a similar goal against Blackburn from that angle, but it wasn't a Blackburn keeper in goal. It was bloody Kepa. So he's got the annoying thing is he's still got the pace to get in behind. He was comfortable. Look, Cucurella ain't slow, and he was able to get in behind him. And anytime he came up against the defenders, he would have been fine. But he just needs. I think for me, I'm gonna say you guys know. Well, if you knew, you probably don't know. He was my favorite player last season, but I've got to be realistic, and he is starting to show up a little and not in a good way. And I think Scarpenia needs to come straight in for Jono against Southampton. I think he should have scored in the first half. Again, this is the frustration for me. He got in behind the defense. Lovely ball from Morgan Gibbs-White into him, but his footballing brain isn't maturing quick enough. He kind of made too much of a diagonal run. I know Cucurella was pushing him a little, but he widened the angle too much. Jono last year would have been in behind, left them for dead on pace, and buried that into the corner, no problem at all. So, was it his worst performance? No. We've seen a lot worse from him. I don't think he was up to par. And even in the second half, yeah, he was involved in a couple of chances, granted, but it's not his best game, nor was it his worst game. I'm going to go with a 5 for Jono for me. And I think he needs to be taken out of the team. I really do. Let's see what you guys are saying. Blah, 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 blah. Let's scroll up. And James says, sorry, Carl says, Jono's not cutting it for me a 6. Phil saying 7. You need to feel it in your water. Stop talking about my bladder. Omar's giving him a 6. Stop talking about water, Peter. DJ saying 6, needs to look up and be more of a team player. Nick saying 6, ran a lot, but was far too greedy, needs to grow up a bit. Ryu giving him a 5. Phil saying selfish Jono a 6. Adam giving him a 5. Omai said, like I said, Jono needs another season in the championship. I don't know. I think he's too good for the championship. He's kind of in purgatory, isn't he? In between the two for me at the moment. Joker saying 6, poor decisions, but did well off the ball. Cullis saying looked really tired in the last 10 minutes. James saying BJ is a poor 5. Miski saying, yeah, Greedy needs to be aware of his team surrounding a 6. He'll come good, but should have passed to Awoniyi 7, says Townsend. Stefan giving him a 6. Simon giving with Adam 5, needs to stop thinking about himself so much. And then my screen jumped forward. Bobby saying Jono a 3. I don't know what emoji are you using there, Bobby, but it's coming up as a broken symbol for me. I don't know if it's actually doing that in the chat. What is that one? Yeah. I don't know. He's giving him a 3, not playing to the level. Brynny's saying he was mine as well, but MG Dub is our best player this season. All good chances involve him. Needs to learn to pass to Stefan. Too greedy, says Peter with a 7. And Southpaw saying should have scored first half. Should have passed second half a 6. Oh my God, there's loads coming in here. Brennan 5 from Keith and Stoney. Oh my God, 2 for 6. I think that is from Stoney. Okay, so that's Jono done. Let's talk about gibbs-white. And you guys, you know, you may disagree with me a lot of the time. You may think I'm an idiot 3/4 of the time. And I probably would agree with you, yeah? But when I told you in the summer, who cares what we pay for gibbs-white? And loads of people were like, oh, it's too much money. It's too much money. I was like, no, man, don't forget how he played against us. Don't forget the potential that he has. And for me, Gibbs-White was up there as one of the best players on the pitch. We've missed someone who has the vision to play the, yeah, you two, bro. You two. It should be more like this. It should be more like this. He's only going to get better. If that's him coming back after an injury, and by the way, let's not even get started about the cloak and dagger, about his goddamn injury. Yeah, told a month, told 2 months, told 3 months. Then I hear the rumor yesterday that he's probably going to play today. And you're like, what the hell do you believe, man? But I'm sorry, his passing range is one of the best I've seen in the league. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's phenomenal. He threads a through ball like my grandma used to thread, you know, her knitting needles or whatever she used to use. God bless her. So for me, Gibbs-White was one of the best players on the game. Best players. What a legend. Nottingham now and then with the £10. Happy New Year. Come on, you Reds. Guys, please do go and support Nottingham now and then on Instagram. Oh my, we'll put he's already on it. He's already on it. Click that link and show him some love because he puts so many wonderful photos of Nottingham of old. You get to understand some of the history of our beautiful city. So go and support him, please. It's one click and then hit the follow button. That's all you got to do. Thank you, my friend. I hope you enjoyed the game today. I don't know what to give Gibbs-White because, like, if I go too high, you lot are going to say Gibbs-White goggles. If I go too low, you guys are going to say, I don't know what you're going to say, Gibbs-White goggles. I want to give him a 9. I'm going to give him a 9. He just makes such a difference, man. Just think back to the Man U game, right? Think back to the lack of skill we had on that pitch, someone who can thread a ball through. Think back to him playing. And remember this as well. Remember this as well. I know you got those goggles on as well, Forest on top. We share those goggles. But just remember as well, the most important thing to remember, he's being played out of position. He's not a false 9. And he still performs like he did today. Immense. He's a 9 from me. He's brilliant. And oh my God. I'm just already thinking ahead to Southampton. Guys, just envisions. I can't say the word. This. Scarpini on the right. Gibbs-White in the hole. Dennis on the left. Awoniyi up front. Woo! That rather excites me. Imagine Gibbs-White playing in the number 10 position properly against a crappy Southampton team. Oh my God, it's going to be amazing. I just can't wait for it. Look, this kid is going to go from strength to strength for me. He's going to get better and better. I'm so glad he's not injured and they blagged us, the blagging bastards. But he's there. Will Cooper play Scarpini as a winger? I don't know, man. He'll probably play him at left back because he played against left back for Chelsea. But he, for me, is a contender for man of the match. He was absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. Brilliant player. One of the best signings we've had for a long time. And let's just play him in his correct position in the 10. And for all you Lingardinho fans, there's no debate. For me, there's no... Let's start a quick poll, actually. Let's start a quick poll. I gotta do this. I'm gonna annoy you guys. And I'm not gonna be specific. I'm not gonna put them like, and I don't want you guys to be like, well, what position and all this crap, yeah? I'm just putting it straight up there. Who's better? Get your answers in the poll. And before you do, hit that like button. There's over 200 in here and 67 likes. Have you guys got no shame, man? Come on, hit that like button. Because I am starving. I still haven't had dinner yet. And don't forget, couple of things before we continue. Firstly, tomorrow, because this is Forest Fan TV, like I might make the fan in the logo huge so that everyone understands that all we care about is the fan opinion. Tomorrow night, The Locker Room, 8:30, by our great hosts, Lemmy and Megaphone Man. They will be taking your calls about tonight's game. So make sure you are tuned in for that and you get your opinions heard. Secondly, you are going to see one of the best vlogs you have ever seen on YouTube. I haven't made it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of the best vlogs you've ever seen on YouTube. Yeah. So watch out for that. I'm going to try and get it out to you guys tonight. I can't promise you, but at the very latest, it will be out tomorrow. Thirdly, I can't remember what the third thing was, but it was just as important. Oh yeah, add us to the WhatsApp group. Yeah. So sorry, add our number, my number I've given to you guys. Add it. You can scan it here quickly for you guys there. Just go write down that number, scan the QR code. That's me. If you don't believe me, take that number, message it, and I'll reply back. Ask me something only I would know. Go do that. And then finally, you have to go and follow our Twitter accounts. We need a bigger presence on Twitter for FFTV. And that only comes with you guys supporting us. So please go and follow both our Twitter accounts. One is a complete news feed. As someone with a really cool name has subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. I don't know how to read that, but I'm just going to thank you anyway. So that's the high press, and that's what Forest did in the second half, the high press. But it's a spin on the words. Do you like it? Press, as in press. Anyway, so go follow that. And secondly, go follow the official FFTV Twitter account as well. So go do both those things. It will be much, much appreciated. Let's get back into the player ratings. But before we do, 92% of you are saying Morgan Gibbs-White is better than Lingard. 8% still think Lingard is better. I'll leave it at that. Okay, let's very quickly read out your Morgan Gibbs-White scores. Where did we get to? And by the way, it was 17 likes away from 100, so hit the like button. Joker says he loves him. Townsend said Gibbs-White 8, silly good. Peter, oh my god, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 out of 10. 9 from Carl. Southpaw says, what a pass for Jono. The strike in the second half. Man, the strike in the second half. Oh, if he'd buried that. Oh my god. I wouldn't have needed to go to the loo. Miski saying MG Dub was brilliant. So glad to see him back. 9. Again, thank you for the £10, Nottingham now and then. Carl, you gave him a 3. What? Or are you just putting his emoji in there? Nick saying 8. Great performance considering he's injured. He's hit that. He hits that goal. Then it would have been an 11. Phil saying MG Dub. So many good chances. Performed. Wait, let me read that again. So many good chances performed by him. 8.5. Better to come from him. Joker saying, I love Gibbs-White. Easy 8.5 for me. Keith giving him 7. A little shy enough because his dead balls are often poor. I like his energy and his quality. Fair enough. James saying MG Dub is pure class. His free kicks could be better at 9. Don't worry, boys. We got Scarpenia for all that crap. Don't worry. Omar's giving him an 8.5. Ollie, how are you? Ollie will shout you out. We'll pick up a random person in the free seats. He's giving him an 8. Vic giving him an 8.5. Stoney giving him 2, 4, 6, 8. Forest on top says, mate, I have MG Gub. We know you do, man. So do I. Stefan's giving him an 8. Ryu giving him an 8. Simon saying, Sky reckon he was one of the only Cooper-approved signings. Is class. Agreed, played well today. 9, 8, but an extra one for that Techers. 9 from Phil. Brittany's saying, will Cooper play Scarpers? I don't know. We'll deal with that throughout the week. Oh, I've lost the chat. Where's it gone? Hold on. Tim giving him a 10 because Morgan Gibbs-White made me forget Lingard. Baller. I love the thinking. Southpaw saying, oh, I've read that Southpaw one so many times. Omar saying he'll ban anyone that says Lingard's better. How's it even a question? Believe me, you guys are fickle in the mind. A lot of you, right? When you guys were like, oh, Lingard, oh, Jesse this, Jesse that, before the World Cup. And I'm like, he's still not proving it in the Premier League. Yeah, but it's Jesse. I'm like, we got him. That's what we need. Not Jesse. Anyway, I can gloat now because he had a great game. Okay, I think that will do. Let's move on to Awoniyi. Awoniyi is an interesting one, man, because imagine he played up front the whole game. Like, he would have been an 8-9 for me comfortably. He's not comfortable out on the wing, even though he tried. Look, you can't knock his... Let me get the right player that we're actually talking about. That will probably be a bit more professional. As you guys can tell, we are so professional on here. But it's like, I really think him up front. I really think that Cooper doing this whole wing thing is just sheer stupidity. I'm going to call it straight for what it is. There's no logical sense in it. Nothing about it makes sense. He can't dribble a ball. He can't cross a ball. Yeah, he can kick and run it. He reminds me of my 4-year-old, my boys when they were like 4 years old. You take him to the park, they'd kick the ball and chase it, kick the ball and chase it, kick the ball and chase it. There was no techers involved with it. What he can do is create a chance in front of goal. What he can do is run in behind the defense from the middle of the park. And what he can do is, I think he can hold the ball up quite well. We've been seeing that. We saw that against Liverpool where he was really strong. We saw that today in the second half where he was playing strong. Now, why he goes on the left, for me, if Cooper does that again, I swear to God, I'm calling him up. Not that I have his number, but I'll pretend to call him up and I'm going to kick off at him because it just doesn't make sense. It also asks the question, why the hell would you have someone like Dennis, who is a left winger, and play a striker ahead of him? Shows how much he hates Dennis at the moment. Now, I think Awoniyi deserves at least an 8, but I don't want to go overboard. I'm going to give him an 8. I think 8 is fair. He would have been a 9 if he'd played the whole half, or the whole match, should I say, in his correct position. So I'm just going to put it out there and say an 8. And I hope you guys understand why I'm saying 8 and not 9. I'm kind of blaming Cooper for the point off on Awoniyi. I really am. But he was destroying their defense, man. Boly couldn't handle the guy, man. Boly could not handle him. So an 8 for Awoniyi. And that looks like a nice, pretty little set of results there. I can't be bothered to do the subs because Colback was one of them. So I've got no time to talk about him. But we're going to do, obviously, the manager and the man of the match. Obviously, we need to read your stuff out. So, very quickly, let's go through your Awoniyi scores. 8 from Townsend. Phil says, we all loved idea of Lingard, but he hasn't delivered. Tybo works his socks off, says James. He gives him an 8. Simon says, we're so fickle. Notice that, including myself, too. That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but it's fine to be fickle, yeah? But when I don't back Jesse, it's because I'm not hating Jesse. It's because I know we've got MG Dub and we've got Scarpenia coming in. Keith says, Phil for Awoniyi, been sticking out on the wing, did his best. 8 for effort. 8.5 from Vic. Got himself about, constant menace. 6 for the Shingard, says Bobby. Bobby, man, you really don't like him. He's your Lingard, isn't he? Nick saying Awoniyi a 9. He was on fire. Best I've seen him play. And I was just discussing in my WhatsApp group how Kaki was on the left must have heard me. Nick, I hope in your WhatsApp group you've added the FFTV phone number in there. Phil saying Awoniyi played well as soon as he moved to where he should have, and if John had passed, he would have scored. That is a very, very good point. Stoney giving him a 2, 4, 6, 7 out of 10. Where are we here? Simon saying Taiwo is a beast. 8, 7.4 from Southpaw Red. Miski saying his best game to date, needs to play in his correct position, an 8. Awoniyi did really well today, says Rhino. Tim says, have you ever seen Taiwo strike the ball cleanly? I have to say 7. Yes, I actually have, Tim. He struck the ball cleanly on the shot where he went through from Freuler, but it was his left foot. Maybe he's left-footed. Maybe that's been the problem the whole time. Phil saying callback, sell, son. I ain't got time to do stupid sub decisions, so we ain't doing that one. Rhino says Boly was great in the second half. Maybe I was a bit harsh on Boly. I don't know. Omai's already in on the Coopers. He's gone 2, 4, 6, 7. There's the WhatsApp link. Make sure you do join and message me. I'll talk to you guys all night, man. I was chatting to some of you guys like at 3 in the morning last night. Some of you more international Forest fans. So I don't care if you got my number. Message me. We are over 100 likes. Thank you so much. We are 31 away from 7,100 subscribers. If we could get to that tonight in the next 15, 20 minutes, it would be crazy. Start thinking about your man of the matches. Before we do, for me, this map of players' scorings, for me, tells us where the problems are, right? I think it tells us where the problems are. The centre-backs issues. I know you guys think I was harsh on them, but I purposely did it to highlight where the issues are. Worrall's still not Prem level, in my opinion. Boly scares me as well. Secondly, Jono out on the right is just not cutting it in the Premier League. He's not performed to where I think he should be. I still love him. It pains me to say it, but he's a straight swap Scarpenia from Southampton. Cooper cannot afford to wait and bleed Scarpenia in, firstly. In terms of the others, we've got some great players. Aurier is unbelievable. Lodi will come good the further we push up the pitch. If we play further forward, by default, it forces the opponents back and we can sustain pressure on them. Awoniyi on the wing is sheer stupidity. Freuler playing deep is sheer stupidity as well. And you can see the difference in Freuler's score once he got further up the pitch. Now, where do we need strengthening? Centre-backs. Do we need a striker? Yes, we do, but Awoniyi will do if we play him right. If we play him right, Awoniyi will do. And Jono has to be dropped for at least a little bit to make room for Scarpenia. Let's get on to the manager and talk about him, and then we'll do the man of the match. So let's bring that up. Yeah, where are you, Cubes? There you are. Look, you got to give him credit for understanding his mistake and changing it for the second half. That's the glass half full. The glass half empty is why the hell did you do it in the first place? What did you see in the Man United game from Awoniyi on the wing that you thought he must start on the left wing there? So that would be the glass half empty look. And for me, that would be the Wolverine look as well. Not that I'm saying I'm a glass half empty kind of person. I'm just saying, what the hell was the point in that whole left wing thing? It's just stupidity. And look what a difference. It just, you know what? When you think about it, it just angers me. It just angers me that you play a striker out on the left. We saw the whole O'Brien playing as the false 9. Some of his decision making is so baffling that it's just ridiculous. But fair play to him. He fixed it in the second half. He finally, after 5 months, pushed Freuler up the pitch, which was good to see. But the tactics of the first half were too defensive. At home, with the crowd pumped up off the bat, you got to take advantage of that, and you've got to really force the game, and you've really got to push, the agenda. We would have had Chelsea on toast. We really would have in that first half. Yes, it was a fluke goal that they scored, but that second half performance is the performance I want to see every single half. If Dino was spot on when he said, if we were to have lost that match playing like we did in the second half, no one could have had anything to complain about. Peter, stop talking about water. But I was impressed with the second half. I was not impressed with the substitutions. I felt they were a little too late. I feel that Cooper felt we had the momentum. Now, a more experienced Premier League manager would have made a sub. I think Cooper thought to himself, the players are doing well, let them carry on with what they're doing. Whereas an experienced manager would have looked at it and thought maybe Yates was gassing a little. Jono not quite on. You know, the substitution of Jono, I think, was too late. But I just think that he didn't make the changes because he was scared to disrupt the flow of the game. Now, I haven't heard his interview. I don't know what he said or what he hasn't said, but that was my feeling about it. Bobby, stop it. Oh my God, I need a piss, man. Anyway, so that's my thoughts on it. Now, where do we rank him? Where do we rate him on this? I think it has to be, for me, it's a 6. It's a 6 for me. If he, and I'll add this to it. If he had done what he did in the second half from the start of the game, you're looking at 8 or a 9. You really are. But the substitutions bring him down. The first half tactics bring him down. He gets plus points for acknowledging the mistakes in the first half. And he gets plus points for obviously coming out with at least a point from this game. So I'm going to give him a 6. Bobby, stop it. Yeah, you go, Carl. You go. I'll be going in a minute as well. All right, let's see what you guys are giving him. Well, let's see what you guys are giving him. So, by the way, over 200 in here. Half of you haven't hit the like and half of you are not subscribed. You do that while I find your comments because I'm stalling for time here. All right, Keith's giving him a 5. Bruni giving him a 5. First half 2, second half an 8. I like what you've done there. Peter's still talking about water. Bobby's saying Cooper 5, 8 in the championship. James says Cooper's tactics wrong again first half. Shows that he doesn't trust the players. Swallowed a Houghton safety first pill. 5. Very interesting. Peter's giving him a 2, 4, 6, 7. Southpaw said should have went before World Cup. He's all over the place. Can take Cole back with him at a 4. And stop with the waters, guys. Stop with the water. Stoney giving him a 2, 4, 6. Bobby with the toilet. Carl said, oh, okay, very funny, Carl. Phil says, who's picking the team? Him or Marinakis and money management? Simon saying, Cooper on Sky saying first half was intentional. We just got the selective press. He wanted a bit wrong. Told the players to believe in themselves in the second half. Not sure I'll buy that, nor do I, mate. So a 5. 7 from Nick as he changed the tactics in the second half. 6, too high. First half was miserable. We need to go to Southampton pressing from the start and playing Awoniyi down the middle. Ian giving him a 4. Miski saying, in fairness to Cooper, whatever he said at halftime worked first time. Yeah, but he probably said at halftime, all right, boys, ignore the tactics of the first half. Go out and just play football and see what happens. Nomad says, Cooper 5 is fair, just joined, but why is Lodi on a 7? Thought he was poor. I thought he was good second half, but the numbers are there for you guys to all debate, Nomad. Okay, the other thing I got to say, and this for me is extremely important, right? He has got to stop playing this low block football. He has got to see that Chelsea, World Club Cup champions currently, yeah, won the Champions League. Yes, they're going through a transition. Yes, they've got a magician in, as their manager in Harry Potter, yeah, but they're still a good team. He has got to stop being scared of the opponent's team because his fear of the opponent's team is kind of leaking out into the players. It's leaking out into the player. I do have a soft spot for Lodi Turbo. I do, but I still thought he played decent and really well in that second half. So that low block football, what I want from this game is 2 things. I want Cooper to understand that we have a good team and he's got to trust the players. He's got to trust them enough to let them attack. Yes, the centre-backs are a huge issue. And secondly, Scarpini has to play for Southampton. And thirdly, so I lied, there's a third thing. Stop playing players out of position, man. Please, stop. Now, for me, this Southampton match, I've got him under the microscope for. If he goes to Southampton, they are bottom of the league, aren't they? They are. And he does not press them and pressure them off the bat. There is no excuse. That Southampton team is crap. As long as you don't give free kicks away in stupid positions for Ward-Prowse, there's nothing to worry about with that Southampton team. Yeah. And if we see low block football away from home, I am going to lose my crap on Wednesday in the watch along with him, because it's just, there's no excuse for it. Maybe he can hide behind it and claim the whole Chelsea thing. I don't buy it. Stop it, Peter. But for me, he needs to learn that this team is good enough to play football, is good enough to attack, and is good enough to score goals if they are allowed to. That's my say on Cooper. And I've read your scores out. Let's get on to the man of the match. Let's do this as a poll to involve the guys in the free seats as well. I'm going to give you guys my candidates for man of the match. I'm going to put Aurier down as a candidate. Oh, no, I'm not. Who is man of the match? All right, we're going to put Aurier down. Shout me out some names for candidates. MGW as a candidate. Who else? Who else are we going to put down? Freuler. We'll put Freuler down as option number 3. And who else? We need one more. I can put 4 in, so we might as well fill it up. Who else got a high score? Boly. Nah, not Boly. We're not putting Boly. We're going to... Shut up, Patch Adams. Not funny. We're going to put Awoniyi in there as well. All right, so get your votes in for man of the match. I know who I want it to be, and I know who I think I'm going to go with. I'm interested to see what you guys think. Oh, it's moving up and down. It's moving up and down. Awoniyi's creeping up. Aurier's out in the lead as per normal. MGW only 12%. So as things stand, you got Aurier on 47%, 48%. MGW on 14, Freuler on 12, and Awoniyi on 28%. Ooh, do I agree with the crowd or not? So get your votes in, and I'll sort my screen out. And I'm going to thank DJ Dom for being a legend and subscribing to the channel. I hope you guys have enjoyed the new format with the fan videos and everything like that. So please do get involved. Oh man, there was loads of videos. We got to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to bring in a video. Hold on. Hold up. How can I do this? Get your votes in for a second while I fluff and do stuff. My God, you don't half not talk, do you? All right, well, that's playing. So you guys, I'm safe to say are saying Aurier. I will say, do I agree or disagree? Let's have a quick look. My man of the match. Ooh, is going to be... It's tight. It's tight for me, but I am going to go with the way he brought the ball down. I'm going to cop out. His finish was amazing and fantastic and next level. So for me, Aurier, man of the match. And you guys tend to agree, I think, because 50% of you have voted for him. So that's all the players done. I'm going to say there, good point. Very happy with it. Things were learned in that second half. They need to be taken in Southampton and really drilled in. We still need 2 centre-backs. We've got Scarpinia coming up. I can't wait for the Southampton match. Of course, we'll have the watch along there for you as well. Please do go. Well, don't forget, tomorrow night, the locker room. Lemmy and Megaphone Man will be taking your calls from 8:30 p.m. UK time, GMT, whatever you want to call it. So don't miss on that. I want you guys, please, if you've enjoyed the content, agree with me, disagree with me, whatever. That's the whole point of this channel. But please go and subscribe. Please do support the Twitter channels as well. They're in there. Just go on our link tree and they're all there for you. Finally, I want to say thank you. The support on this channel has been unreal. FFTV is flying. We've nearly gained like 100 subscribers in the stream tonight. It's unbelievable. So thank you so much for your support. But this is just the beginning. Watch out for the vlog coming out either tonight or tomorrow. It's going to be one of the coolest things you've ever seen. And of course, the result will help that. So guys, I'm going to go to the loo. Thank you so much for watching. What a great result. And as they always say, football is a game of two halves.